So she just showed me her eyes really quick to let you know that she sees you. Is your son Michael?
Yes.
Also, you understand the William on the other side?
No, William's his younger brother.
Do you understand why the younger male be showing me the 1-5, like the 15?
He was 15 when he passed.
Did he try growing a mustache and like couldn't or something? I don't know why he keeps showing me this.
Oh my God.
Do you understand that? Oh my God, look at that. So I have somebody's sister that passed away, and this would have been some sort of breast cancer or cancer in the chest. And it probably was around last year. Does somebody understand this? And here's the thing with mediumship. It is not a ghost standing next to me talking. If that was the case, they would just go to you. Anybody that tells you, oh yeah, I see ghosts and I talk to them all the time, I call total bullshit. Then tell them what their shoe size was, ask them 3 specific questions and get the answer. It is not like that. It can be perceived like that. I can perceive them visually if they allow me to, but it's really them leading the way and me highlighting what they're providing that I have access to, and I'm always limited because I'm always in the way. And the less I know about someone, the better. People that explain too much or don't want to say no, or they want to make it fit, or they want to make their cousin who's a male into their grandma who's a female who died 30 years ago. It just screws with it. You're not helping when you do that. I know people try to help, but actually I'm very comfortable being uncomfortable. And in that kind of uncomfortable space, my first job is to know who's here, who they're here for, how do we know it's them, and then what do they want to say? And if I can't get enough evidence to back that up, I don't feel comfortable with the connection. Or if it's with the right, if I have a decent connection, but then I get to the wrong person, or sometimes people just take it because they want a reading so bad. What ends up happening is it goes, yes, no, maybe, kinda, yeah, no, sorta. You know what I mean? Not that it has to be 100% yeses. I'd rather be real than be right. So I don't mind getting a no. Sometimes on the back end of a no is a brilliant yes. When someone has a serious need and a want, and there's a timing thing, like it puts too much pressure on this, and then people get, the energy that I feel from a group isn't designed for a one-on-one. It can be, but it's really for spirit to decide who gets what. People that kind of say things on the side or kind of make these demands without trying to be difficult. They're just, people don't understand. People don't know how to behave around this stuff. I could say to people like, listen, I just did 2 hours of readings at a group. Please don't ask me for a reading after. And like the person who's cleaning up will come over and be like, do you feel anything? And I'm just looking at him. And then like, you don't want to be the psychic medium who's an asshead who's just like, what do you do? You can't get mad about it, but it's like, you have to understand too. I mean, I'm human. And the reason I keep getting sick and my voice keeps going is probably to shut me up and calm me down and quiet this access so that I can use it with the intention. My favorite thing is when someone, I'm not inexpensive, and that's purposeful. I used to be inexpensive, and I got to tell you, I was a doormat. Oh, I just wanted to see how you were. Oh, can we just do this tomorrow? There was no respect for it. I have people that do free readings I have volunteers that are part of our subscriber list. And I have mentees that are really talented psychic mediums, and they do these free readings. And I get people that are like, they won't give a survey feedback. And then I'll be like, look, if you don't give a feedback, we're going to remove you from the list. Like, thanks, remove me. Like, just really ungrateful. So if you're one of those people or you're bitter about something, now is not the time to kind of vent that in this platform. You're either giving to the group or you're taking away from the group. And if you're only about you, you're really taken away from the group. So I'm not saying that you can't want or you can't be in need. But as you can see, people will log off when I say that. That's a good thing to me because, you're either part of the experience or you're trying to, get yours and move on, go somewhere else. And I say that with all love and respect because the people that are supposed to get read will. So let me just answer a question too before I come back to Patty. Cassie, Drew, is it normal that with my, oh, you just moved. with my mediumship development, I had really high highs, but now it seems to sizzle down, not as much evidence in my practice reading. Yes, totally normal, Cassie. One of the things that I've learned early on was it's not up to me. And that was a huge, probably one of the larger parts of, understanding how these faculties work, because it's coming through us, not from us. And I remember going through these bouts where I would just get like incredible information and evidence, and it was nonstop. And then all of a sudden it slowed down. And what happens in the slowing down of it is the opening of new relationships, new evidence, different types of information, storylines that you haven't gotten before. And they're trying to learn new, because remember, your spirit team and spirits that come through, they have to learn you as a medium too, right? They have to learn you. They have to understand us, like on a, the purpose for me for meditating so religiously, if you will, for lack of a better word, especially in the beginning. And it's the biggest recommendation I received and the one that I give. And I don't mean meditating to try to get, the treasure in the ocean with the west and the east and the elements. And no, just sitting in the quiet and the stillness of who you are and the power that runs through you. Because it makes you more receptive to that intuitive and psychic language that is mediumship. I can understand someone spoke Russian and not know what they said, because it's an internalized experience that's perceived. In the receiving is the perceiving. Everybody may perceive a little bit differently. Most people want to get cookie cutter mediumship. Let me learn. I'm going to sound like you. I'm going to speak like you. I'm going to take all the best bits. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do this. And they don't have the depth. I can only delve into someone else as much as I've done my own work in me. I can only understand someone else as far as I can understand me and the shadow and the light, and I think it's really important to be able to slow down. And the most important advice I ever got in the beginning was just slow it down, take your time. And I couldn't do it. I was like, no, you're trying to hold me back. And then I eventually hit a wall. I didn't stop working my other full-time business until 4.5 years in of development, and I was spending weeks at a time in England and the UK and wherever I could in the States. I just went to anyone that was teaching true evidential mediumship. And also developing the psychic and intuitive and the empathic senses. And for me, the healing brought about this whole other multi-dimension. It added dimensions to the mediumship where I could understand people. Like, you can get a chakra and a color for a discarnate spirit just as much as you can for the living. And if you get stuck, put something in my hand, look at the clock. There's techniques, but you don't want to be over mechanical, because then you're missing the point. I feel like if it doesn't help or it doesn't heal, it's not real. So if it's easy, if it's quick, it's not going to stick. Slow and steady is where it's sustainable. Seeing is confusing if you're not feeling into the context of what you're seeing. And seeing is really not seeing outside of you. It's perceiving. So if I see a tennis ball, a crappy reader, how come I get a tennis ball? What's going on with the tennis ball? And they tell me a 5-minute story about a tennis ball and a tennis racket. And instead of saying, do you understand, your mom and you used to watch a lot of tennis and you got pretty good? Yeah. And also, I know that you hold on to a green tennis ball that's really ripped up from an old dog that you had who passed that you really love. Yeah. That's awesome context. And I've gotten those things. I don't get everything every time. And you're not supposed to. I think that my version of a really, really good reading isn't always what they need. So remember that. So I hope that helps. I don't want to go on and on. Hey, Lori, have I read for you before?
No.
Okay, Lori, you understand your dad passed, correct?
Yes.
I have 2 other people here, but I know your mom passed as well, correct?
Correct.
And I don't know, there's another male here. So is this
I'm sure I know.
Is this your son?
It is.
Okay, I'm sorry. It just comes in very quickly for me. I just need you to know that he's with them. And also, I don't know what this is, but your mom, was she the one that was like a pistol?
Yes.
Okay. Because she just keeps making me feel like there's an intensity with her, like she's got everything covered, like she's got everything under control. And do you also understand, and I'm sorry to kind of go here with you, but this is what we do and this is why we do it.
Sure.
Do you understand with your son that it was very unexpected?
Very, yes.
Okay. And do you understand that he's making me feel like Do you understand that he's making me feel he's responsible?
Yes.
Okay. And he just keeps making me feel like I need to say I'm sorry, but you've heard it before. And he just keeps giving me that. Have you heard that from another medium?
I have. Yes.
Okay. Because he keeps making me feel like I'm going to say it until the end of times, Mom. I'm going to say it till the end of times. And he just didn't mean to. He wasn't doing it to hurt anyone else. He
I
was
know.
just doing it to not feel the pain. And also that he just makes me feel like, I don't know what this is. So do you understand that he would be in his mid-20s?
25.
Okay. And do you understand also that he keeps showing me the month of August as very significant? So it's either like a birthday, passing, or anniversary. Do you understand that? And if not, I'm okay with a no. I promise.
It's my
you.
sister's birthday, but he actually came through then. So yeah.
Okay. So your sister's living?
Yes.
Okay. Now, does she have two boys? There's two other boys in the family, correct?
He's the only boy. She has 2 children, but not boys.
Okay. Yeah, but so didn't somebody else have a younger boy just recently?
No, not that I know
So
of.
he keeps showing me this. All right. So I don't want to make it what it's not. So I'm going to be really conscious of that. But I really want to go somewhere with that. So just give me a sec.
Sure.
Okay. So, Lori, first of all, so was this about 2 to 4 years ago with your son?
9 months.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So whenever I get a couple years, it's always like, I've done this before. I'm like, was it 6 years ago? And they'll be like, no, it was 6 months. But I never get months unless it's a one-on-one and I'm really dialed in. But I want you to understand. Do you understand 2 or 4 years ago, it started showing patterns that he wasn't going to, it started showing this
He started
inconsistency.
doing what he did that caused it. Yes.
You understand? Okay. Because even though I put it in the wrong context, he keeps making me feel like, nope, you're right. And also he must have cursed a lot.
Yes. He
All
did.
right. Because I keep getting, he's like, fucking A. You understand? And also that, I don't know what this is. Was he like really proud of his facial hair or something?
He was. He was. He grew
It
up
just keeps
here. He
making me
loved
feel
it.
like,
Yes,
yeah, like he would
was
be
proud, yes.
creative with what he did, but also like he would do like a mustache only. Do you
Yes.
understand that?
Mhm.
Okay.
And a
like
little
he would,
goatee sometimes. Yeah.
he would get creative because part of it was really that he didn't really know how to view himself. Do you understand?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And he wasn't soft in a weak sense. He just makes me feel very misunderstood and misguided and quite angry underneath. Do you understand? And
do.
it's not anything that you did. I just keep feeling like it's like he feels left out. Do you understand?
Yes.
And does this have to do with Dad?
Yes.
Okay. He just keeps making me feel like there's a disconnect here. And it's like there's just a lot of like fuck you anger.
Yes.
And I'm sorry to say it that way, but that's
No,
how
it's
it
right.
comes. And he just makes me feel like there's a lot of self-sabotage. He's very clear that he's okay and he's with your mom and dad. And he's also trying to say, so I know we just had Patty on. Is there another Patty connected to you living?
My aunt.
Okay. I was going to say Aunt Patty, but I thought it was your sister. Is she on the other side or living?
No, she's living.
Okay. I just keep getting this. And are you helping take care of her?
No, she was just here though.
Okay. He just keeps making me feel like, so do you understand that there's a couple things here? One is, I know you've gotten multiple visits, but it's slowed down. True?
Yes, true.
That's because the healing needs to happen without him coming through. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I know you don't want to hear that,
I don't
but I'm
know,
that
yes.
medium that will say that, because when it gets calm and quiet and sometimes disconnected from the visits or symbols or the connections, however they can communicate with you, it's very purposeful, always purposeful. And it's never because they're not okay or they don't love you. It's the opposite. It's they're trying to let you not be dependent on them connecting with you, because otherwise you'll never get better.
Right.
Okay. And I know, look, this is early on. Everything that you do is going to hurt. You know, I know you've had very strong, passionate connections with him. I know that you feel you could have done more. And I know that you feel like you missed something. You didn't. He was like, do you understand that this was very purposeful?
I would hope not, but maybe, yeah. I mean, I can see that.
Do you understand that there was a downward spiral for a while?
I do, yes.
Okay. And do you also understand that he just keeps making me feel like he was trying to numb?
Yes.
And do you understand he also dabbled with heroin or drugs?
Well, drugs for sure. I don't know about heroin.
Okay.
Maybe.
I keep feeling like it's a like a down kind of feeling. So I don't know if it's pills or that.
Alcohol. Lots of alcohol.
I can accept that, but I still feel like there's other things there. Okay. And only because I'm in recovery, sober myself from being drinking and drugging. So I'm all too familiar with this. And it
Right.
doesn't matter.
No.
It just matters that he was using substances to numb. And he just keeps making me feel like it wasn't a lack of love from you. It was just a lack of understanding for him on how to accept himself.
Mhm.
That's all it was. And I got to tell you that I know you've probably heard some of this, and a lot of times, especially with parents, it sounds like bullshit, but it's not. My brother-in-law stabbed himself to death 16 times. And so I'm very aware of what this can do to families. And he wasn't even blood related, but he's the father of my niece and nephew and the husband of my sister. And this was 28 days after I had a stillborn baby girl at 8 months and 1 week. The only reason I share that is because I'll never forget how angry I was, and then how hurt and how much devastation it left. But I know him so well. He was actually trying to do what he thought was going to make him feel better until, he had this break. And
Right.
and it wasn't, and there was nothing anybody could do about it. Even in hindsight, it was like, there weren't that many clues. Your son keeps making me feel like he was going to do what he wanted to do anyway.
Mhm.
Do you understand?
I
Like,
do.
it didn't matter. And also do you understand he used to get caught sneaking out all the time?
Yes.
Okay. He just keeps showing me like I'm walking out the door, I'm going out the window, and like I'm hanging out with the people I shouldn't be hanging out with. And like you would know, and you'd kind of walk on eggshells in your own house. Do you understand that? So you
I
did
do.
everything you could do, because I do get parents that will come to me sometimes and they'll say, I don't know if I should kick him out, because then he'll be on the street, or what if he dies? And I'll feel like, oh my God. And then if they don't, he'll continue. So this wasn't your battle. This was unfortunately one of those things that we have to go through, where we learn from them after they've gone more than from when they're here. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
he just keeps making me feel like, so also you do a lot of praying, correct?
I do a lot of meditation, sort of pray.
Okay.
Yes.
So, but do you
Intention
understand
pray.
you have a Catholic upbringing?
My father, I was actually raised Jewish. I'm Jewish and Catholic. So
All right, fair enough, because I keep getting Padre Pio and a cross. So to me, there's Catholic.
okay.
All right. I don't know what this is. I don't want to go with the names because that can go really off kilter. And I feel like I have some other people coming in, so I might have to go. But I just need you to know that your mom and your dad are completely okay and with him. Do you understand your dad had a heart issue?
Yes. He had a hard
Okay.
time.
He just keeps making me feel like my heart's fluttering. I'm here and I'm not here, but he also smoked on and off, correct?
Correct.
And he just keeps making me feel like we all do this to ourselves. Nobody gets out of here alive. He just needs you to know that they're okay. What's November?
My dad's birthday.
Right. So he's trying to give me this anchor to be like, wait, because I'm trying to pull on to someone else, but he keeps so I have two people. So I just need you to know that he loves you. They love you, and they got him. And also, so do you still smoke?
No, I quit.
Excellent. I just keep getting this big thing about like, it's all about you taking care of you and not making it predicated on the well-being of other people. And it's really hard for you, but you have to know that you're not alone. And I know you know that, but your son wanted to come through, your mom particularly wanted to come through. And I know that you and your mom could have battles.
Yes.
She just keeps making me feel like the apple does not fall too far from the tree, but you loved each other. It's just you were very similar, and you tried so hard to not be like her that part of you became like her. So I got to go, only because I have someone else coming through here, and I know that they don't want to go.
Well,
So just trust me when I say this, that they're quite a trio, and your son it's like he feels freer than he ever did. And it's not because he's not connected to you. It's because he doesn't have this emotional strife, and he's still working on forgiving dad. Do you understand?
I do.
And I just need you to know that yes, part of me believes when we shed the skin suit, their home we're visiting and we're like, oh, and we understand the roles. But he just needs you to know that all good things come in time, he keeps saying. And he loves you very much. Okay. I'll leave you with that, Lori. Thank you for coming up. Okay. God bless.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Lauren, you understand the man George with the gray blue eyes and the darker hair?
Yes.
All right. Who is George to you?
I actually saw you in January, and he was an ex-boyfriend of mine we talked about.
Oh, really? Okay. So I don't remember it.
Okay.
Otherwise, I promise you I would tell you. Do you understand your mom's mom passed?
Yes.
Okay. I can feel her very, very powerfully. Okay. So you must have had a bond there. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. So it's almost like George is bringing me to grandma. It's like he made me get to you so that. Hold on a second. And also, so do you believe that grandma is the giving you signs with the red birds?
Yes.
Excellent. Because she is. She kept showing me that, like cardinals or
Yes.
birds. And is it Grandpa Joe?
I have a grandpa, John.
Fine. I'll take that. John or Joe, like it's like playing charades audio underwater. So I was like, Jack could be Zach. Josh could be Joe or John. Fine. So, and also so is it true that granddad also has blue eyes?
Yes.
Excellent. I thought it was the same person, but it's like, so just this is how weird it works, right? George, blue eyes, dark hair. I feel him way in the back now. Got me to you. You get up here. I feel your grandmother come forward. I feel your granddad come forward. And also, I just feel very much so here. I don't really understand this. So I just keep getting this thing about a teacher or a nurse.
I
And
was
like,
a teacher.
oh, okay. So did you change what you were going to do a couple times and then you taught and you didn't like it? Or I don't understand this.
Taught and I went into a different field of teaching.
Fair enough. Thank you. Thank you. I know it can seem like I'm just making it fit, but I'm not, I promise. Also that I feel very strongly here with grandma that I don't know why she keeps giving me this. So do you understand that you have some of grandma's jewelry?
Yes.
Okay. And particularly there's some sort of necklace that's like a big deal and a ring.
Rosaries in a ring. I brought them with me that day.
Excellent. And also that I don't know why she keeps showing me this. So I'm okay getting this wrong. I just wanted to get out of my head. Do you understand? You just said the word rosary and I keep seeing roses. Is there somebody else or is named Rose or is there a significance to that or no? If not, I'm okay with it.
I have a niece with a middle name Rose. That's about it that I can think of.
I don't know what this is about February that's so significant for you. Okay.
There's a lot of dates in February in my family.
Yeah. So is there something like the 22nd or the 26th?
February 22nd is my sister's birthday, whose name is Allison.
Ah, yes. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you for putting that together. So I love that because I don't even know what I'm getting until I'm articulating it. And it's so important to me that I get validation and I'm okay with it being wrong. But just that alone to me is them telling you that they love you and that they're looking after everyone and they want to say hi to your sister. Okay. And also that, come on. So it's so funny. George keeps saying he's sorry.
He always does when he comes.
Like I can feel them pulling back. So I'm going to let you go because I don't have a lot more that I feel like I'm getting that's going to be useful. But I just need you to know that they wanted you to touch in and they wanted you to feel really connected and loved. And for whatever reason, you needed it right now.
I can see that.
I'm going to pull you up, Lexi. Okay. See your face.
Whoa. Okay.
Whoa. How are you?
Surprised.
Good. That's always a good thing. So, yes or no, dad passed?
No.
Who do you want to connect with the most?
I guess two people.
Right. Who do you want to connect with? Tell me who.
My grandma and probably my grandpa on my dad's side.
Okay. So what's your grandpa's name?
Brian.
I just keep feeling this male presence, so I want to stay with that. Okay. I thought it was your dad, but maybe it's your granddad. Who's in the room with you?
My partner.
Hey. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. So it's so funny because I was just speaking with someone. I was trying to get this L name or L like Lexi or Elizabeth. So it's so funny. So what's your partner's name?
Molly.
Hey, Molly. Okay, Molly, your mom passed, correct?
She did.
Baby.
Did she say yes? I'm sorry.
She did.
Okay, I just need you to know that she keeps giving me this hello, like she's coming in here in a big way. Is your middle name Anne?
No.
Keep getting this from before. I know we got the Allison connection. That's okay. So I just need you to know that
Her mom's name is Anne.
oh fuck yeah. Okay. Isn't that cool?
That's insane.
I love that because I know I just got it for the A, but nothing gets wasted. And it's like this economical way, efficiency way of using it. So I just keep getting this with your, and also that she just keeps making me feel like she's so excited. She's so excited. She's so excited. And she makes me feel like, I don't know what this is. So hold on a sec. So do you understand that? I don't understand. You have a daughter, correct?
No, I don't.
So do you understand that there's like a younger, do you have a younger sister?
No.
So, okay, hold on. So do you have grandma's and mom's wedding ring?
I have mom's. Yes.
Okay. So I don't know if I'm getting you too confused, but I just want to stay with this for a second. So mom keeps making me feel like you guys gave her like the best send-off ever. Do you understand that? She's just so proud of it. Like she makes me feel like nobody should be questioning whether or not she got honored.
Yes, we had a nice event for
And
her.
she keeps making me feel like she would go above and beyond for everything. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you also understand with her that I don't know what this excitability is, but it's so funny. Like she makes me feel like we could sit in the corner and laugh. She's very much like you, like, you know, in a way where she would just be like, let's look at that. Let's, oh my God, oh my God. But she's like, she's so giddy. Like she wants to be surprising you. And she just keeps giving me this feeling that she loves you and she's so proud of you. And you stayed strong when most people wouldn't. Do you understand?
That would make sense.
All right. And this is particularly within the family.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay. And that she just wants you to know that just keep honoring you. And also your mom could be tough though. You understand that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So yes or no, your mom would have cursed.
No.
Okay. So funny because I want to curse and then I get stopped. But I got to tell you, so did your dad pass also?
Yes.
Okay.
Crazy.
So do you understand that there's like a couple of cats on the other side?
Oh
You
my God.
understand?
Yes. That's crazy. Oh,
Don't you love that? Isn't it crazy? It's
Oh
crazy
my
shit. Like I just kept feeling like cats are on me. I'm like, what is this?
oh
And like
my
No.
God. That's nuts.
there's particularly one that's a black and white. You
Baby.
understand?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was he like chubby?
Oh, wow.
That was so funny.
That's awesome.
I just need you to know that this is real. They're home. We're visiting. And hold on a sec. I'm trying to get back to John. And what's your grandma's first name?
Mine?
Yes.
Joyce. John is her dad's name.
Oh, your dad's name?
Her
Yeah.
dad's
Isn't
name.
that weird? Okay. Sorry. I thought it was somebody else's. So, I don't know. So, yes or no that there's a dog also, correct? Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And was the dog's name something with like a P?
P was in it, but no, didn't start with
Okay.
P.
I kept getting this like either Patches or Happy.
Mm-mm.
So just
Kipper. It was
Yeah.
Kipper, 2 P's.
so maybe I wouldn't get that. Maybe that's why. So this sometimes it gets fuzzy after a while. But just know, I just feel like I need to acknowledge all this. And I don't know what this is. And sometimes I got to say this to you both. Sometimes I keep getting this phrase over and over, and I know it can be cliche. But do you understand that you guys are starting to work smarter instead of harder? This is for money. This has to do with using your money smarter instead of, do you understand this? Yes or no? If you don't, then I'm going to tell you that there's different things that you need to look at with your money.
That's probably for
Okay.
me. That's
Yeah.
probably for me.
Okay. Because like the way it's coming is like, it's not stopping, even though you're saying no, it just comes, it's just like, I need to kind of find the lane that it's coming with or in. And even when you said no, I got it again. So Lexi, so stay with me on this. So do you understand that it's really important, because I feel like there's just this, you would feel so much better if you literally got down to the dotting the I's and crossing the T's with every dollar going in or out. Do you understand that? And it's like something you just can't do.
Yes.
And you don't like asking for help with it,
Correct.
but you need fucking help.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go to Molly. She's good at that.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
I just feel like if you just turn that over, half of this chatter and anxiety goes away. And I don't mean like, here's my money. I just mean like having a cooperative conversation about what can actually, because there's a lot of energy being spent on how to manage it, how to make it, what to do with it, or the lack of that is causing more energy to look after it after the fact, if that makes sense.
It does.
Okay. So I don't want to get too specific, but I just keep getting this feeling like there's just a lot of wasted energy. And if you just looked at it as energy, money is energy, what are you going to use it for? How are you going to use it? And how are you going to associate it with your life? Everything else will be easier. Okay. And also, I just feel like it also can make you feel like you're going in circles sometimes. And I also have to say one other thing. I don't know what this is. So do you have like an Uncle Pat?
Yes.
Okay.
What? Yes.
I just keep hearing about Uncle Pat. Is he on the other side or?
No.
Okay.
But there's a lot of significance with him.
Okay. So I don't want to, I never want to, I only, if it doesn't help or it doesn't heal, I don't get it. Okay. So like, I'm not saying somebody's going to pass or any of that.
No.
But I do get people kind of bringing up situations that are relevant to you that I couldn't possibly know. And I don't know. So do you have your grandma's blanket? Like
Which
handmade blanket?
Which one?
Or it's an Afghan? I just keep seeing this.
I have a big shirt of hers.
Is it
that
pink?
has is it what?
Pink?
It has hot pink on it. Yes.
Oh, okay. Then we'll just take that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I
Oh my
just
God, I was thinking of that before.
isn't that crazy? So they just keep showing me how much they love you and how much that they're connected, not to the things, but the love that you love, the love that you have for them is duly reciprocated or more, and that they don't miss anything, meaning they don't not see or perceive or aren't connected to your lives, but it's very non-invasive. And so grandma keeps giving me this feeling like reminding you that life could be very short. So don't worry about what other people think. Okay. And you can get wrapped up in that. And she just keeps making me feel like, you don't have anything left to prove. And when you stop feeling like you do, you'll feel so much better. And you won't feel like people are positioning you to prove anything when you stop feeling like you have to prove something. Do you understand that? It's like you have to shift the dynamic the opposite way that you probably think.
Yeah.
Right. Your grandma keeps giving me this and she loves you so much. Also, are you born in December? What's the December connection?
Yeah. December 2nd.
Oh my God. She's rocking.
I can't believe she wasn't louder. She's absolutely insane.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's getting it right. Right. And she's bringing everyone else through.
Insane.
So she's talking about Uncle Pat and shit. So I'm going to stop because it's starting to get harder and there's more stuff coming in and I'm not really sure exactly what to do with it. One thing, do you understand the name like Lady or Lucy for somebody or a dog? That's okay. You would know.
No.
Yeah.
I keep getting this. Lacey, Lady, Lucy.
Maybe.
Lainey, my cousin Lainey,
She's living.
living
I thought it was an animal. That's so bad.
cousin.
And this would be directly connected to this grandma?
Correct.
I'll take that. Because
Yeah.
it's almost like before I leave, she kept saying this name. I used to have a dog named Lady and Lucy. So I kept kind of getting it confused with
Yeah.
that. So sometimes my references get in the way. And that's not an excuse. Obviously, with what we've given, it shouldn't be a problem. But I just keep feeling like she just keeps making me, are you connected to her still?
Mhm.
Yeah, she keeps making me feel like the people that are close to you are close, and the people that aren't, just don't make people that aren't close to you or see things the way you do as an enemy.
Whoa.
Do you understand?
Especially from her. Yes.
Yes. Because I feel that very much, like she keeps trying to point to people that are in the family that, like, you can be very unforgiving. You can, right, Molly? Yeah. So, and listen, there's nothing wrong with that kind of power,
Yeah.
but don't waste it on people that aren't going to fucking appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know? And it doesn't mean, so any tension that you hold or resistance with somebody also is held within you.
Mm.
Your grandma keeps giving me this like roundabout way of trying to get that point across, right? Like, make sure that, like, let people think whatever they want. Just do you. The way you live is what's going to be the prize, you know? And you're a fighter by nature, but she just doesn't want you to have splits
Yeah.
or rifts in the family, I guess.
No, I know exactly what you're talking
Understand?
about.
And again, if you don't feel like you have to prove anything, other people won't either.
Mm.
Okay. So just remember I said that if you can. And this is like live and recorded, so you can always listen back. But I just need to leave you guys with a lot of love. And I feel all the cats again. So I just feel like it's so funny.
That's
Like,
fun.
I just feel like I keep getting all these waves, like, we gotta go, we gotta go. But just know that they love you very much. And it's always an honor and a pleasure to connect. So thank you guys.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you guys. Take care.
Good night.
So isn't that cool how this works? You never know how it's going to work. And that's the part that I love about it, and the part that most of us fear about it, because it can also go very wrong if somebody doesn't understand how it works, or if somebody's very dead set on what they want to hear. You can see how, like, I can get something wrong, but then it makes sense in a different way, or sometimes it's just wrong, you know, but the stuff that's right, you know, we so badly dismiss that stuff, like knowing the birth date in December and I don't know, all the other stuff. I don't even remember, but I just need you to know that, you know, they're home we're visiting, and there is a purpose. And if life after life exists, then you're where you're supposed to be. And it's meant to be like that, you know, and we have a purpose in our life as well. Mediumship is the neon sign in the spiritual shop. You know, it's not everything. And it's, if one person gets a message like that, then all of our people are okay. And we have to, like, really take that into consideration. I know everyone wants a personal message. If you really want a personal message, then book a reading at drewcali.com/readings. And in a group environment, enjoy the connections that are made. You know, sometimes they come through where the connections are going to talk to everybody. There's a message for everybody. There's a wink from heaven. There's a hello from heaven. There's postcards from heaven, whatever you want to call them. You know, they're always trying to make you, if you thought of your person with something I was saying, that was a wink from heaven. They try to use things that are going to touch as many people with as little resistance as possible. So I always appreciate this space. I'm going to go because I'm going to be all wound up and not going to be able to sleep. And I just love and appreciate you guys. Stay connected. Meditate if you can. I'm going to start doing free guided meditations on Monday nights again. I think a couple of them are coming up in April, but they're not every week like I used to do them for months at a time, but I do them when I can. If that helps you. But also there's a Pearl Within meditation on the website that you can download that's free. Whatever I can do to help, but I hope you guys have a peaceful night. Don't forget to press pause. I'll see you soon. Thank you.